Listen, how do you fancy going to a wedding?
Hey?
Me and Marcy are going to tie the knot.
Oh, congratulations.
Morning, campers.
I'd hear that, Ron. Marcy and Sinbad are getting married.
No.
Yeah, we're doubling up with Alice and Marianne.
Oh, a double wedding. Hey, that's dead romantic.
Should make the honeymoon interesting. I'll be with you now, Sin. Aye, what are you up to?
Measuring shop fittings.
Trifle premature, isn't it?
I wouldn't say so.
How wouldn't you know?
Well, I've seen Barry Grant and saw at the rent house, and he says I can have the place.
When?
Well, the sooner the better.
Did you mention the idea about knocking through into next door to him?
No.
No. Probably is a bit cheeky before we get the place going, eh?
Probably.
Hey, you didn't get all kinds of rents off like you did last time, did you?
No, but he was very fair.
That's because he knows how good we are for this little precinct. It'll be great, you know, love. We can put in for a licence, start stocking ale, and into newspapers, videos, all sorts.
Flowers.
Yeah, flowers. A couple of more boxes outside wouldn't do us any harm.
No, love. We'll only be selling flowers.
Hey?
Ron, it's going to be a florist.
What do you mean, a florist?
It's all agreed. And I'm running it.
Oh? Right, I've got customers to serve. I'll see you later.
Well, congratulations then, Sinbad.
Thanks very much, mate, yeah.
Hey, what about him getting hitched? When you come up to my place, we'll celebrate a big plate of beans on toast.
Thanks very much, I think I will, yeah.
All the hard work starts now. You've got to do all the organising.
Oh, no, yeah. Food, flowers, cars, the lot.
Hey, if you're after the buffet, I'll give you the next table.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great. Imagine we'd have to see Marcia first.
Yeah, we should be in a sec. Hey, I'll do it all at cost, you know.
Hey, Ron, I tell you what, you couldn't do us a favour, could you? You couldn't sort us out with some flowers.
Sorry, no. Wouldn't have a clue on that one.
Cheers, Ron. See ya.
See you, Ron.
Ta-da.
Time for a coffee before you go?
No, thanks, I can't.
You women, always rushing off to something or other.
I promised Di I'd try and be in court for the verdict.
You could be waiting ages.
I'll give it as long as I can, but we've got to be at the airport for 3, so can't wait all day.
No.
Either way, I'll be back to pick you up later.
No, listen, please don't bother. It'll only be more of a rush for you.
No problem.
Actually, there is a problem. I'd rather not go.
What?
I just think it'd be better if you picked up Max and your mother alone.
She's your wife as well as my mother.
Yes, I'm sorry, Patricia, but I just think I'd get in the way.
You mean you're too scared to face her?
No, not at all. That's not what I meant.
But when she gets off that plane, she'll expect to see you there.
No, I don't think so.
Please, Dad, this isn't fair.
I'd just rather be waiting for her here, you know, when she gets back. Anyway, it'll give you two a chance to talk first.
All right, I think it's ludicrous.
Oh, thanks.
But when we get back, it's you two who are going to have to do the talking, and you two who are going to have to sort yourselves out.
Right then, Mrs. Greenfingers. You're going to make some sense now.
I've never made more sense in my life.
Dee, I know it looks stupid, but wasn't the idea to expand our empire? You know, 2 trading posts instead of 1.
That was your idea.
And yours was a florist, like.
Yeah.
The only flaw to getting flogged in there will be the kind that you spread on the butty.
Really? Hi, Ellen.
Hiya. He looks pleased about something.
I'll take no notice.
I won't. Any news about Leanne?
It was a nightmare. I went round to the house intending to see her parents.
And?
Leanne was the only one in. She threatened to take an overdose.
Oh, no.
She was hysterical, waving these tablets around.
You don't think she'd go that far, do you?
Well, God knows. We can't risk telling her parents now.
So she's still going ahead with this abortion, then?
Looks like it.
Well, we can't just leave her to it.
What else can we do?
Well, if she's dead set on having it, the least we can do is make sure she gets the right advice and proper treatment.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, no one else will if we don't.
Look, I work in a doctor's surgery. I can sort something out for her today.
OK.
Right. Well, I'll give them a ring now then, eh? And we'll go down to school at dinner time. See if we can catch her then.
Do you want a hand with this, Ron? Oh, cheers, Ben. Thanks a lot, mate. Right. OK.
Yeah, thank you. You're taking the wagon out for a run, are you?
Yeah.
It must be nice being out on the open road.
If you can call Kirby the open road.
I drove an ambulance during my national service, you know. Loved every minute of it.
Tell you what, you can do with bringing it back.
You're setting off soon, are you?
Yep. As soon as Marcy and me Oppo arrives.
Ah. Ron, you couldn't use a right-hand man, could you?
What, on this thing?
Yes, I'm at a bit of a loose end at home at the moment. You know, nothing much happening. You know how it is.
Yeah, but you got your good gear on. I mean, my upholstery's rotten.
No problem. I'm not proud.
You don't want paying, do you?
Good God, no. Just fancy a couple of hours driving and a bit of honest toil, that's all.
All right, Bing. Get on.
Good.
Hope they don't take too long. The longer the better. At least if they're out a long time, it means they're arguing about something. I'm sorry,
Your father's just nervous for you, that's all.
We all know.
State of that, shall we? The thief, his wife, and the rapist's son.
Only one of them's on trial.
Ah. Well, the other two don't exactly look ashamed of him, do they?
John and Barbara are just doing their best.
Oh, do you reckon, do you?
Well, what would you do if it was your son on trial?
Hi, love, you all right?
Sorry I'm late.
You're not. We're early.
Any news?
No, the jury's still out.
Is that good or bad?
It's going to be bad. Don't you worry, love. Bad if your name's Peter Addison, anyway.
Hey, listen, you're welcome to bring a guest to the wedding as well, you know.
I think I'll come on my own.
Oh, come on, there must be some Judy you fancy having on your arm.
Nah, not me.
Huh? What about that blonde piece I've seen you sneaking up here?
I haven't been sneaking anyone up here. We're mates.
Oh, just good friends, are you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll still leave and guest on the invite, shall I?
No, tar. They're made up for you, you know. I'm glad someone round here is happy with what they've got.
Ah, thanks, mate.
We're mates, aren't we?
Yeah, go back a long way.
Yeah. Longer than most round here.
Yep, 2 old stalwarts, aren't we?
And one of them struck lucky.
Listen, one day your prince will come.
Somehow I don't think so.
Well, you never know.
Hey, come on, let's stop babbling on here. We've got a wedding to plan. Have you thought about your best man yet?
Well, not exactly, no.
That's the most important job on the day, you know.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah, got to sort out the flowers, do a speech, and get all the bridesmaids sorted.
Well, you seem to know a fair bit about it.
Me? Never had the pleasure.
Yeah, me neither.
So, is it a toss-up between Jimmy and Mick, is it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, you're going to have to make your mind up quick.
Well, I was thinking of asking you, actually.
Me?
Yeah, well, you know, go back a long way, don't we? We have been on our house together.
You want me as your best man?
Yeah, if you fancy it.
Too right. Oh, you couldn't get that for us, could you?
Hello? Hey, it's for you, it's Fran.
Well, tell her I've just nipped out. Go ahead.
Sorry, he's just popped out for the moment. Can I take a message? OK. All right, ta-ra, love. Ta, of course, you aren't you, eh?
What did she say?
She said she wants you to come round to her place for a talk, ASAP.
Is that all?
Sounds promising to me, mate. Think we'll have to leave another little space in the church after all, eh?
I thought it would be over by now.
Me too.
Don't fret, sweetheart, eh?
You don't have to stay. You've been waiting around enough for me.
Oh, I'd be glad to. It's just Max and my mum. They're flying back from Spain today and depending on me for a lift from the airport.
Well, you've got to go then.
No, I'd rather wait.
You're okay. You can't let them down. I've got my dad here with me anyway.
Are you sure? Good luck.
She didn't last long, did she?
She's probably busy or something.
What's he up to now? Trying to bribe someone. Well? The jury's coming back.
Have you arrived at a verdict on which you are all agreed?
Yes.
How does the jury find the defendant, Peter Harrison, charged with rape?
Not guilty.
Let's go home, sweetheart. There's nothing for us here.
Can't believe it. Come on, let's get out of here.
Here she is now.
What do you want now?
Just want a quick word, Leanne.
Yeah, well, I'm not telling my mum and dad, and you know what'll happen if you do.
No one's going to tell your mum and dad anything.
We just want you to know that if you're determined to get rid of the baby...
I'm not getting rid of it. I'm having an abortion.
Well, if you're determined to have an abortion, well, we just want you to know that... Well, that we want you to have some proper care and attention.
What?
We want to help with the arrangements and everything.
But you were all ready to snitch on me 5 minutes ago.
Only because we thought it was for the best.
Oh, and what do you think's for the best now?
Well, whatever you decide you want to do.
Look, I've made an appointment for you with a doctor I know. A lady doctor. She's really understanding. She'll talk you through what would happen.
An appointment?
Yeah, this afternoon. And we'll go with you. Well, if that's what you want.
I don't know.
But if you're going to go through with this, you're going to have to talk to someone. She's lovely, this doctor, honest.
Okay.
So shall we meet you after school?
If you like.
So much for the scales of flaming justice.
That lad'll get no peace.
He should be on his way to prison, him.
What did our Rod say, love?
Goodbye. I tried to get him to stay and see Diana, but he was having none of it. As far as he's concerned, she was found guilty in there.
And that's another life ruined by Peter Harrison.
See what? Diana, I tried to get him to stay and see you, but he's gone, I'm sorry.
Come on, love. We're all here for you, aren't we?
Could you call us a cab, please? I'll take it out.
Yeah, sure. Would you like to go somewhere to celebrate your freedom? We've still got time.
No, thanks. I'm not really in a champagne mood.
Oh, no one is.
Can we just go home, please?
Thanks for all your help.
Yeah, thanks.
That's right, go on. All shake hands with your posh solicitor. Got your nice little college putting out of trouble, has he? Good job you got a few bob in it.
My son is innocent.
Know him.
Innocent? You don't know the meaning of the word.
You just leave it, Jimmy.
We all know you can buy your way out of trouble with a big fat wallet in this dump of a country, but that still doesn't make him innocent.
No, a jury decides that.
We know. But it's the judge who tells him how to think, isn't it? Hey? And we all know whose side he's on. If you're from the wrong class, you don't stand a chance. For God's sake, man, I'm just about sick of the sound of your voice.
Just stop it, please.
Rapist.
Ah, home at last, then.
We've missed you.
Yes, well, I'm afraid you're going to have to miss me a bit longer. I've got to go into the office. Got a pile of work to catch up on.
I thought you said he was a skiver. He's done nothing but talk about getting back to work all the way home.
Skiver?
I'll go and get Dad to give us a hand with the bag.
Oh, I don't suppose you're looking forward to this bit, eh?
Dad? Sometimes I think I'm past caring.
Dad? He's not there.
Oh, what a shock.
What's up?
It's the Harrisons. It was the verdict today. Oh, Max, he's in there.
Who?
Peter Harrison. Let's go in.
tea. So, Leanne, how was it? She was dead nice.
Told you.
She just talked about everything with us, what had happened, who would have to say. She didn't make me feel bad about it.
So are you still?
Yeah. She's giving me a day to go to the clinic now, though.
That's what you want.
What I really want is not to be pregnant at all.
Right, well, you better head off home now.
You're not going to tell me Mum and Dad, are you?
No.
Oh, thanks. And thanks for everything as well.
Bye.
Ciao.
Tea, bliss.
I'm sure Dad will be back soon.
Sure he will.
He promised me he'd be here to meet you.
Your father's something of an expert on false promises.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Mum?
Hmm?
Why did Dad leave you in Spain?
You already know, don't you? Old Max has told me all about his big speech, how homesick he was. All the boring friends I'd met.
Is that all?
Why, should there be anything else?
I hope he's all right anyway, wherever he is.
Oh, he can look after himself, don't you worry. Do you know, I think I'll go and lie down.
Mum?
Hmm?
Has anything else happened?
I think that's a question for your father, not me.
Oh, hello, my little flower.
Don't start.
Who, me?
Where are the kids?
They're all out, but we do have a guest for dinner.
Oh, who?
Hello, Dee Dee. Your husband's kindly invited me to sample his culinary skills. Smells good. Shall I lay the table?
Any more?
Yeah. That's the last one.
Right.
Better get a move on then. Long drive to Brighton.
Your mother will probably sleep most of the way. I could do with somebody to keep me awake on the motorway.
Wish I could help you out.
You can. You're famous for travelling light. Go and pack a bag.
I'm staying.
It's not for Anna, is it?
No. It's for me.
What else have you got to prove? You can walk out of here with your head held high. You're in the clear.
That's exactly why I am staying. I'm innocent. Dad, I've got a job here. Got the beginnings of a new future. Why should I have to give it up?
You're breaking your mother's heart, you know.
So stay.
We can't.
Too much has gone wrong for us here. And not just your court case. We've got to make a fresh start.
Well, that's that then. I'll stay here till the house sells and then I'll move on.
Well, if you change your mind any time, you know where we are.
Thanks, Dad.
We'll miss you.
Bye, Mum.
Good luck, son.
And you.
It's me, isn't it?
What's he doing now?
The washing.
Can't you get rid of him?
He's been following me around all day like a lapdog.
Well, he's your friend.
Yeah, and a few and far between these days, aren't they?
What do you mean by that?
Well, when your own wife stitches up your plans for the future.
I haven't stitched up anything.
I don't know. From where I'm standing, it looks like you got the needle and thread.
Why can't you accept that it might be a good idea, that I might be right for once?
Because I'm the shopkeeper, and I don't want to keep a flower shop.
You won't have to. I'll be running it.
Oh, aye. And, who's going to be paying for the gladioli, like Dame Edna Everidge?
No, Dame Dee Dee Dixon.
Oh, got 8 drawers up, have we, dear?
No, but I've got a saving book and an account in a building society.
You've got what?
I've been putting a bit aside for a rainy day for a long time now.
You never said anything to me.
I've got enough to get started.
You savings? What about when I was on my uppers trying to get the trading post going?
Well, you got by without it.
But that's not the point.
What you don't have, you don't miss.
Bloody good job, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting something?
Yeah, sort of been.
Yes. Tempus fugit.
Sorry, Michael.
Time and tide, you know. Yeah, well, look, I'll just get my coat. Bye then, and thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
So, savings, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, flowers to you and all.
Oh, hello, love. Where's Max and your mother?
Max is working late and Mum's asleep upstairs.
Oh, good. Well, I won't disturb her for a while.
Where the hell have you been?
Next door. Ron Dixon invited me in for a bite to eat. Very nice it was, too.
But why weren't you here when we got back from the airport?
Oh, well, I got sidetracked down at the shops, giving Ron a hand with something, you know.
That's no excuse.
Sorry, love.
I want some answers, Dad, and I want them now.
Shh, you wake your mother.
You're very concerned about my welfare all of a sudden.
Hello?
I've just brought this down for you.
Patricia, can your mother and I have a few minutes alone, please?
There is nothing to say. But that doesn't mean I want you catching pneumonia. Here, this should keep you warm on that sofa. I think I'll have an early night.
I'm sick of this. And if it's going to be sorted out, then one of you is going to have to start telling the truth. And fast.
It broke my heart seeing that poor girl's face when they said not guilty.
I think it's disgusting.
Ooh, and to think that you went out with that Peter Harrison.
I don't know. Poor Diana. We're in the toilet anyway.
You're very quiet over there.
Am I?
Well, considering you were shouting the odds before.
Oh, well. Actions speak louder than words, don't they?
What are you talking about?
Peter Harrison. He might have got off in court, but this is the real world. I haven't passed my sentence yet. You're soon going to find out what justice is about.
To bed with Grandad.
Good God. What's all this?
My fault, I'm afraid, for not keeping an eye on Thomas while I was in the bathroom.
What are you trying to do to me, lad? Give Grandad a heart attack?
How was the sofa?
Oh, no trouble at all. Not for a young fellow like me.
What's going on, Dad?
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't Mum let you in the bedroom last night?
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. She was just a bit peeved because I wasn't here to make a fuss of her when she got back. Probably a bit jet-lagged, you know. Always brings out the worst in her.
Don't believe a word of it, Patricia.
Mum, I thought you were still in bed.
Evidently so did your father. I just shut the door to drown out his loathsome snoring. And the real reason he's sleeping on a sofa has absolutely nothing to do with jet lag.
Look, I haven't got time for any of this. I've got to get to work. I suggest you two sort yourselves out. Decide when you're going to go back to Spain.
The sooner the better. I didn't want to come back in the first place.
Sure you'll be all right coping with Thomas?
Don't see why not. I coped with you.
He's a good little laddo. I might take him down to the shops later for some sweeties.
Your incessant generosity never fails to amaze me.
Try and make sure he's had his lunch first. There's fish fingers in the freezer. He loves those. Now, you try and be a good boy, eh, for Gran and Grandad?
You will be.
Just think, in a few weeks you'll be carrying me over that threshold.
Okay, I'll have to get a bit of weight training in then, won't I?
Hey, you? Decided on the best man yet?
Yeah, it's all sorted. I've asked Terry.
Terry Sullivan. Hardly know him. Thought Jimmy would have been a more obvious choice.
No, I've known Terry for years. Besides, he took me to Madrid, didn't he? I was talking to him yesterday and I felt a bit sorry for him, you know, being on his own and that after all he's been through.
Yeah, well, it's one more thing to cross off the list, isn't it?
Right.
Right, I better be going.
Yeah, me and all.
Oh, what are you up to?
Well, I thought I'd go up to the library and see Ruth.
Your mum? Oh, you're full of surprises today.
Yeah, I just want to invite her to the wedding, that's all.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not soft. I know she doesn't want anything to do with me, but that's just one day, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but...
Yeah, but I'm not going to make a big fuss of her. I won't even tell people she's me mum. I just want her to be there and see how happy we are.
No.
Look, it's just one day. It's not much to ask, is it?
All right, but come straight back and let me know how you got on, OK?
All right.
See ya.
See you later.
Hiya, Jimmy.
Hello.
Is it true what I heard about your Diana? That he got off with her?
Yeah. Bad news travels fast, don't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. See ya.
Yeah, see you, love.
Come on, Jimmy. Show some enthusiasm, eh?
I don't remember this being part of my job description. Shouldn't we have cleaners to do things like this?
What do I need a cleaner for when I've got you?
Thanks.
Look, Jimmy, you don't want everyone thinking that our clientele comes out here and throws up all over the pavement, do you?
Huh? But they do.
It's not often I ask you to do anything like this, is it?
I'm just not with it today. I keep seeing that Peter Harrison smarmy face laughing outside that court yesterday.
Yeah, well, it's all over now, so you should forget it.
Do you know what justice is these days? Well, I'll tell you. It's having rich parents who can pay an arm and a leg to get the rapist's son let off.
That's life, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I might just carry out my own justice, and then he'll be laughing on the other side of his face, won't he?
Jimmy, leave Peter Harrison alone, will you? I don't want any of your amateur Rambo impressions coming back on this club, all right?
You're going soft in your old age, do you know that? A couple of years ago, you'd have been with me, wanting to kick his head in.
A couple of years ago, Jimmy, I wouldn't have touched you with a barge pole. Remember, I'm trying to do things right here. So if you work for me, you do as you're told, and don't do anything dodgy behind me back. Forget about Peter Harrison.
Di. Oh, Di. I'm so sorry. Come sit down. I just needed someone to talk to. I've got my dad, but I can't talk to him about all this. I feel so sorry for him. I don't think he can take it all in.
I don't know what to say. What can I say to you?
I just wish I hadn't gone through with it. I should have known it'd be a waste of time. I mean, why did I believe that some stupid judge in a wig would believe what I said?
You did the right thing.
Did I? Everyone in court didn't think so. The judge, the jury, they said Peter was innocent. So what's the point? I mean, I've just been shown out to be a liar. You can't imagine how it feels. I've been blamed for something that he did. As if it was my fault for leading him on so far. I mean, how could I win? If that's how the law stands, how could I ever win? There's nothing left for me to do except cry and scream. I just want to hit somebody, smash something.
Well, feel free, but I'd rather you stay clear of the word processor and the fax.
What good would it do? Wouldn't change anything, would it? It's just so frustrating. I feel so angry, but there's no one for me to hit out at. It's just finished.
Is she all right? The camera around?
No, she's in London. Didn't she tell you?
No, she didn't.
Oh, well, she'll be there for a few weeks. She's sorting out some new accounts for us. I'm surprised she didn't mention it.
Yeah, it's usually me that does things like that, isn't it?
Maybe you've met your match.
Maybe. Right, I'd better get back then.
Yeah, don't worry. She'll be all right.
Ta-ra.
Sorry about that.
It's all over, isn't it? Peter Harrison's got away with it. He can go back to his cosy little life with a clear conscience. Where do I go? All I had was my self-respect. I haven't even got that anymore.
Felt great handing me notice in today. Just knowing that I'll never have to see Giles and Evelyn again.
Ah, you won't know yourself.
Too right. I'll be working for Patricia again. Only trouble is it's not living. I'll have to commute from my mum's in Oldham every day.
But you're still on for this trip to Romania, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am. The job with Patricia's only until we go.
Well, it's looking 99% definite. Just waiting for the phone call.
Brilliant.
Hey, you better watch yourself there in them shoes. You don't slip.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, it's going to be so rewarding when we get there.
Where are the baths?
No, Romania. Yeah, they really want me there.
What about me?
You as well. Yep. Yeah, they want us both there.
Have they told you any more about what we'll be doing?
Oh, all sorts of things, really. From organising playgroups to painting nurseries. I suppose the most important thing is just being there, you know, helping people out and listening to them.
Sounds like being a priest.
I suppose it is, in a way. Good job I've had a bit of training, eh? Now, with the most compassionate nanny in Britain on my arm, we've got to be the ideal aid workers.
Come on. I've got to pick the terrible twins up from nursery in a bit.
Hey, you don't fancy me cooking for you tonight, do you?
Yeah, you're on. I'll come round straight after work.
Yeah.
Barry, when are you back, mate?
I'm not sure, Jim.
I was just wondering if I could have a couple of hours off the savvy.
Look, I've got a meeting to go to. I need you to stay around here, all right?
But I just need to sort something.
Look, another day, eh?
Bleeding nerve. Just leave that, will you, Jimmy? I don't believe it. Do you know something? They send poll tax dodgers to prison and let rapists walk free.
Jimmy, I've told you before, leave it alone, ta-ra.
Hi. Can I have a packet of Rizzlers, please? Do you have any of the blue ones?
Moon, do you red or green?
Red will do, thanks.
Here you go. It's 13 pence, please. Ta.
Cheers. See you.
Bye. Bye. Listen, Torno, I wouldn't stay around here if I was him.
Oh, bitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Careful.
Mum? Oh, sorry.
You are out of order, Jimmy.
I just want to smash his face in.
Listen, you probably wouldn't stand a chance anyway. He's half your age.
You're joking, aren't you? But if you're just worried that I won't do it properly, you're very welcome to help. Or have you lost your touch?
Oh, come on.
You haven't got very far.
Come on. The two of us, now, for
Look,
Diana's sake.
Jimmy, I've already told you I don't want any of your pathetic heroics rebounding back on me and the club.
But they won't, I promise.
Look, Joe Alsall already gives me enough stick, all right? I don't want to get onto me for hiring shady security.
Oh, but listen.
No, Jimmy, you listen to me, right? I've told you already. If you don't listen to what I'm saying and stop causing me hassle, you're out, right? It's up to you.
I'm sick of it. Going behind people's backs, going against my own beliefs. I mean, I've had it up to here.
And I want a veil longer than Princess Diana so I can make a bombshell in their curtains afterwards.
Oh, is this wedding chatter, eh?
Yeah, you know, as women, nothing best to talk about.
Dee, we've run out of toilet paper in the house.
Oh, I'm coming now. I'll walk back with you. Thanks, Nancy.
See ya.
Right.
Bye.
Hiya.
You've been ages. Did you see your mum?
No, she doesn't even work there anymore. She's moved house and everything.
Where's she gone?
I don't know. I think that's the idea. According to the woman in the library, she just got off a couple of months ago and never left a forwarding address or anything.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. It's not as if I've lost anything, is it? God. I must have really done her head in, mustn't I, for her to just disappear like that.
How do you know it's got anything to do with you?
She seemed happy enough with her life before I turned up, didn't she? I mean, what did she think I was going to do?
Well, maybe she was just scared, that's all.
Scared what of? Scandal in a Runcorn church, y'all.
Maybe. Oh, look, don't let it upset you. Like you said yourself, you haven't really lost anything.
Well, that's true, isn't it? Can't lose anything you've never had. Just wish I knew why she'd got off. I mean, surely she didn't think she had to run from me. And I wouldn't have hassled her or anything.
Look, you're best off forgetting it.
How can I forget it?
Do a Julie Andrews. Think of your favourite things.
Like what?
Like big double weddings, loads of food and booze, and presents.
Can you invite all your family?
Me mum, me brothers, a few aunties and uncles, that's it, really.
Who's giving you away?
I'm giving myself away.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Oh, I was thinking of Mick. I mean, he's the one that got us together. But I suppose he'd be too busy being Alice's best man.
And what about one of your brothers?
Which one? Don't want to cause a family war. I wish my dad was still alive. He could have got me out of all this hassle.
Marcy, eh?
Oh, many messing. Sorry, Dad.
Hiya. Something smells nice.
Yeah, vegetable hot pot, fresh from a packet. Should be about half an hour.
Oh, hello. I'm not at work today.
I've just finished early.
It's all right for some, isn't it?
What does Dee Dee think about us going away?
Well, doesn't really matter now.
How do you mean?
They rang before. It's off.
You're joking.
Sorry. They said that they couldn't fit both of us in on this trip.
Oh, I was really starting to look forward to it.
Me too.
I've handed me notice in now.
Well, you've still got your job with Patricia to look forward to, but maybe she'll take you on full time now.
That's true. I should really go and see her, you know, in case she's thinking of getting someone else in.
Strike while iron's hot, eh?
Yeah, do you mind if I go now?
No, sure. It'll give me time to do the potatoes.
OK, I won't be long.
Bye.
I thought you were stopping for a tea.
She is. She's just got to go and see Patricia about something.
Is something up?
Well, we just had a bit of disappointing news, that's all.
Oh, what is it?
Well, we were planning on going away, just for a few months, you know, to Romania, do some charity work.
Ron did mention it. I wonder when you're going to get round to tell me. Is it definite, then?
Yeah, well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, promise you won't tell Margaret, but they still want me to go. It's just that I didn't have the heart to tell Margaret that they don't want her.
Well, what are you going to do, then?
Stay here, I suppose.
And waste an opportunity like this. Derek, you're perfect for that kind of work.
Couldn't leave Margaret here.
Well, it'll only be for a few months.
A few months? It's about 6 months.
It'll fly by. You'll soon be back together again.
No, I couldn't.
Derek, after all you two have been through, you're not going to let something like this come between you. Talk to Margaret. She'll understand. After all, it's only 6 months. It's not the end of the world.
Hello?
It's me.
Hiya, Terry. Oh, come on up. Make sure you give the door a good push.
Hello.
Not called at a bad time, have I?
No, just about finished for the day. It's nice to see you.
Good. Just popped in to tell you that me and Derek aren't going away anymore.
How come?
It's been cancelled or something.
Oh, how's Derek taken that?
Oh, he's really upset. He was dead looking forward to it. But you know what they say? Every cloud has a silver lining.
Meaning?
Meaning, I thought, if you didn't mind, I could take the job on permanently now.
What? Of course you could.
I was hoping you'd say that.
What would you have done if I'd said no?
Well, I don't know.
It's good timing. Carrying away, I'm up to my eyes in it.
So when do you want me to start then?
When are you free?
Well, I've handed my notice in, so Monday.
Monday it is.
Thanks, Patricia.
Sorry it can't be living. Can you hold that? It's a bit crowded in the house with Mum and Dad there.
It's okay. When are they going back to Spain?
Don't ask. There's something they're both not telling me. Haven't quite put my finger on it yet. Let's go.
The flowers are lovely.
It's my way of apologising for walking out last week.
I thought I'd frightened you away for good. I thought I wouldn't see you again. I've tried phoning a few times, but you must have been out.
Is Stephen still all right?
Yeah, but I think he's got a tooth coming through already. He's been really ratty the last few days. It's not like him.
I'd have come.
I'm really glad...
You first.
I was just going to say, I'm really glad you've called round.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how much I enjoyed being with you at Christmas. And then when I was worried about Stephen, you were so good. I'm sorry if I've gone and spoiled things.
You haven't.
Do you have to sit there like that?
Like what?
Oh, moody, deep in thought, looking as if you're contemplating suicide.
Would you really care if I was?
That's a terrible thing to say.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I've had nothing but interruptions all day. Oh, have I called it a bad time?
No, of course not. It's your home, isn't it?
Don't suppose either of you have had any more thoughts about when you're going to move back to your own home in Spain?
No, not yet.
Look, this is stupid. Why don't we just sit down and talk about it? It's got to be sorted out sooner or later. You can't go on like this. Why not discuss whatever it is that's gone on between you?
Better ask your father if you want to know that.
Dad?
Oh, tell her the truth, dear. The complete truth, not one of your little fairy tales.
It was just a little misunderstanding between your mother and myself. It was a silly mix-up. You know, problems getting to grips with the local culture, that sort of thing. It was nothing, really. Now, who's for tea?
Nothing. Is that how you see it? Oh, well, in that case, you won't mind if I tell Patricia the whole story.
I wish someone would.
Jean, please, I just don't think it's that important. Are there any biscuits, Patricia?
You see, your father didn't walk out on me in Spain at all, because I threw him out. I suppose you'd like to know why, wouldn't you?
Jean, please.
Because I was bored to death with his continuous flirting with the friendly Spanish cleaner.
What?
And when I say flirting, I don't mean the usual harmless sort. I mean real flirting. I mean one step away from jumping into bed with a sort of flirting. That's right, run away. That's your usual way of dealing with things. Oh, your father had no problems at all getting to grips with the local culture. No. His trouble was knowing when to stop.
I've just been scared I was going to lose you as a mate. I can understand why you've been avoiding me since that kiss last week.
I didn't get off last week because I wanted to. I got off because I wanted to stay.
You've lost me now.
Well, I had a great Christmas. I really enjoyed helping you and Stephen out. I haven't felt as happy since... Well, my bottle just went.
Why?
Well, to say I'm a jinx is a bit of an understatement. Everything I touch turns to disaster.
You've had a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, I know I've been let down a lot in the past. I feel safer on my own. If I don't get involved with anyone, then I won't get hurt.
I can understand that, believe me.
But times change. I'm sick of waking up on my own. I'm sick of cutting myself off.
Then why do it?
I've been thinking that to myself the last few days. Why? Well, I haven't come round here for an apology. I come round here because I wanted to. I wanted to be with you. And last week when we kissed, I didn't want it to stop. I'd forgotten what it was like. Wanting to be with somebody forever. Feeling like that. And it scared me.
I'm not that ugly, am I?
No. It's just me bottle went and I had to get off. And I've been thinking about being on my own. And I don't want to be.
No one really wants to go through life alone, especially when there's no need.
Brookside will be back at 1:30 tomorrow. Now, if over Christmas you had too much stuffing, and I mean too much stuffing as opposed to too much stuffing, then we've got the perfect remedy for you, because this week we are giving away 5 sets of fitness videos, plus a gorgeous TV and video combination recorder thing. Details of how you can get your hands on that coming up very soon. Plus today we are asking you, can a man and a woman just be friends? Because Jerry Halliwell and Robbie Williams have gone on holiday together again. They're saying it's just good friends, and who are we to disagree? But is it possible? I've had an email from Kate in Maidstone who says, I've been best friends with Danny for 13 years. We met when he was a scout and I was a guide. That's so sweet. He wanted more than just friendship for a while, but nothing...
Terry? Terry?
Hey, come on, lazy bones. It's practically dinner time.
Where have you been?
Went to get some breakfast, bacon, eggs, beans, and a big fat loaf. What more could a woman want?
Yeah.
Oh, hiya. Come in. You won't be long.
Where's he gone?
Oh, job hunting. Feet down, please.
Way more. Here. Not working today? No, day off.
I think you'd do something useful with it, wouldn't you?
Oh, like what?
Like make your mother a cup of tea.
Do you want one more? Yeah, please.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. The rubbish they read these days.
It's quite good, this, actually.
Anyway, as I was saying, he'll be back soon.
I hope he finds something he wants, you know. Can't stand seeing him so bored and frustrated.
What he really wants to do is this Romanian trip.
Oh, so did I. I was really sick when it fell through. He was really upset.
Oh, no, we've been living with him.
He's not got off into one of his deep and meaningful moods, has he?
No, he's not that bad. But it's a shame he can't work where he's needed and put his skills and training to some use.
But it's like he says, there'll be other chances.
Maybe, but...
But what?
No, nothing.
Something wrong?
Well, I shouldn't really tell you, but I think it's only fair you know.
Know what?
Derek was accepted on this Romanian trip.
We still could have gone?
No, Derek could have. He gave up his chance because there's no work for you to do out there.
You sure?
You wouldn't go without you.
Just take sugar. No thanks.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Did you find anything?
Night porter job. £2.10 an hour.
That's disgraceful.
Needless to say, I didn't take that one up. Right, I'm just going to get a wash. Be back in a minute.
He's wide awake now. He's had a good kip, hasn't he?
He's a good sleeper, like his mum.
Are you in there for the rest of the day?
I love me bed.
And tell.
I didn't half get off right earlier, you know.
What about?
Well, I thought maybe you'd gone without saying goodbye.
No chance. I don't run away from nothing.
Good. Did you have a nice time last night?
Of course. Dead nice.
Me too. What's the matter?
Nothing, I just don't want to mess things up.
Well, you haven't. We're still friends, aren't we?
Yeah, but it's different now, isn't it?
It's not. It's better.
Sex can ruin things.
Only if it's with the wrong person.
Believe me, I'm the wrong person.
Not for me, Terry. Not this time.
Do you think so?
We've done it the right way round. We were mates first. We could have a lovely relationship.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't want to mess things up.
Well, you haven't.
I don't know. Well, everything I touch just turns to crap.
Not anymore.
Maybe. Look, I think I better get off.
I'm not scaring you off, am I?
I just need time to think.
You gonna have a think then?
Enjoy your lying. I'll give you a ring over the weekend.
There you go. Oh, thanks.
Shouldn't you be heading back soon?
Sorry, am I in the way?
No, I just thought the house being empty.
Your father and I could talk.
Stranger things have been known.
It's not a lot to say.
So you keep saying.
I will head back, though. I'll do some ironing for you.
Mum. My dad and this cleaner, was it more than just flirting?
No.
Because if it was, I'd like...
No. That's all it was.
Well, if that's all it was, why let things go this far?
Because I'd had enough.
Mum, that's just his way of handling people. That's the man you married. Can't you just accept him?
Love, honour and obey. The man I married took vows. Vows he didn't keep.
Chatting up a charm.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, forget about Spain.
I wish we could all forget about Spain. Then perhaps you and Dad would start treating each other normally again.
That's easier said than done.
Why? We all know what he's like. He's an old smoothie. How come that's not good enough for you any longer?
It never was good enough.
Well, you've taken your time deciding that, haven't you?
You really don't know what he's like, do you?
Don't I?
No. Do you remember when you were 9 or 10 living in that lovely house in Stratford?
Yeah.
With us both having to work, we had to get someone in to look after you.
My nanny, Sandra.
That's right. Well, your father more than looked after Sandra.
What?
For 18 months behind my back. And yours.
An affair?
The woman we paid to take care of our daughter.
He couldn't have.
Oh, yes, he could. Never he got the chance. Every night shift I had to work, every time I was out of the house. And then there were his fictitious meetings and conferences.
How did you find out?
It all came to a head. She wanted him to leave me. He wouldn't go. As much for your sake as anything. But he's a fool. He made her promises. And then one day, a letter of resignation landed on my welcome mat, along with an unexpurgated account of various couplings.
Sorry,
You were the apple of his eye. He was desperate that you never found out.
I can't believe it.
You do see now why I've had to tell you, don't you? See, I need you to realise how I feel. How I felt for the past 20-odd years.
Were there others?
No. Every time I see him with another woman, turning on the oily charm, offering a lingering handshake, it all floods back. The lies, the suspicion, it never goes away. Oh, The incident with the cleaner, it was pathetic as much as anything, but it just pushed me over the edge. That's why he came back from Spain. Now do you understand?
More tea, anyone? Yeah, please. Listen, I think I'll go and wash my hair. Leanne's coming on later. It's her birthday.
Oh, needed that.
Things a bit grim down at the job centre.
Depressing. There's just nothing going.
The Romania had to come off, eh?
Yeah, well, we can't live on if onlys, can we? We've got to make the best of things over here now.
But it would have been perfect for you.
Yeah, well, that's not the point, though, unfortunately, is it?
What is?
Well, you can't always have exactly what you want.
But you could have, couldn't you?
What?
You sure you don't want another cup of tea, Derek?
You could have gone, couldn't you?
You told her, didn't you?
Well, I'm glad she did.
You had no right to.
I'm sorry. No more right than you had not telling me.
I didn't want to lie to you. I just couldn't see the point. We can't go, can we?
You could have.
Hardly.
Well, it was a good opportunity.
That is not the issue.
You would have loved to have gone.
Yeah,
Even
but...
without me.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Never without you.
Honest.
Look at the pair of you. Life doesn't have to be such a big drama. You're only talking about a couple of months.
So you're telling him he should go now?
Well, it's not as drastic as that.
Look, I'm not interested.
Why not? Margaret's got a new job to keep her going. You're just kicking your heels. Go and do some good in Romania. We'll be back for the summer.
Derek?
I'm not going anywhere without Margaret. We'll get out there and do some good work, eventually, together.
Thanks.
Hiya, you all right? Yeah, thanks. Business or pleasure? Sorry. Do you want something doing with your hair? Oh, no, thanks. Well, do you want a coffee then? It's all over. What is? I can't take much more of this. What's all over? It's Rod. He's filed for a divorce. Oh, come on, you're all right. When did you get this letter? This morning. He says I've committed adultery with Peter Harrison.
Hang on, sir.
All right.
What's happening?
Not much. So what can I do for you?
I've been trying to catch you for a couple of days.
Oh, aye.
How's it going?
Sound, thanks.
How's it going with Fran?
That's my business.
You still seeing her?
Yeah.
How's Stephen?
He's all right. Look, I've got to get off. I've got to get me shopping in.
Terry. I want to see him. I've got to.
Hang on a minute. What's the name right here? It's a cut and blow. Yeah. You're not having any colour? No. Right. Shouldn't be a minute. Okay. Fail come down now.
Better go, you're busy.
No, you can stay if you like.
It's okay.
Well, what about you?
I'm all right.
Well, should I give you a ring then? We could arrange to go out in the week.
Maybe in a week or so. I'll tell you what, I'll call you, eh?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
See ya.
Why did you tell her to?
Because you're living in Cloud Cuckoo Land.
It was my decision.
Has it made any difference?
No, it hasn't.
Well, stop trying to make me feel guilty. I've had up to here with guilt this week.
Well, from who?
Me, my conscience.
Well, what's the problem?
Leanne, I feel like a hypocrite.
What's happened?
The pregnancy. Well, I found out she was having an abortion, so I tried to stop her by telling her parents or something.
And?
And due to circumstances beyond my control, like suicide threats, I found myself right in the middle of it. Her parents are still none the wiser, and she's still getting rid of the baby.
And there's nothing you can do to stop her?
Well, it's not just that. Lynn and I are actually helping her make the arrangements. We're helping her do it.
Oh.
See? It's wrong, isn't it?
Well, not if you're doing it for the right reasons.
There are no right reasons. I should never have got involved.
Now, sitting on the fence is the biggest crime of all. You're helping a young, desperate teenager, and I can't see the wrong in that.
But helping someone get an abortion?
Yeah, well, you know I feel the same as you about the subject, but you can't force your own beliefs down other people's throats, especially vulnerable teenagers. All you can do is be there for them. And it seems to me like you've been there for Leanne.
Do you reckon?
I'd tell your conscience it's got nothing to worry about.
Hi.
No, Peter.
Is there something you want?
To talk.
I was in the shower.
Can I come in?
Yeah. Go through, I'll just go and get dressed.
Finished for the day?
Couldn't concentrate. Couldn't stop thinking about Dad.
Don't. It'll eat you up if you let it.
But I need to know more, Mum.
There is no more. You've heard too much already.
I always thought the two of you were so happy together.
And so we have been, otherwise we wouldn't have survived this long.
I don't know what to say, Mum.
I'm sorry I had to tell you anything at all.
So what happens now?
Leave him, go back to Spain. There's only so much sangria a girl can take.
Do you still love him?
Of course.
So,
well, I suppose we'll come back here. Opt for retirement in the drizzle. At least it'll keep him off the topless beaches.
Only if it's what you want.
It's what your father wants. For better or worse, I still want your father.
Sorry any of this ever happened.
So am I. I never thought I'd be able to tell you.
Could things go so wrong?
Should never have gone as far as it did.
All I ever wanted was to be happy.
Why did you go through with it?
With what?
The court case.
Because I had to.
I could have ended up in prison.
I know that.
So why do it to me?
I did nothing to you.
It's not what it feels like. That's not what it felt like up in the dock. You could have saved us both so much worry.
You're all right now, aren't you? You're free.
Doesn't make me all right.
I'm not. I'm not free. I'll never be free.
What's divorcing you?
For adultery.
And he's named me. He's more stupid than I thought.
Why? He's at least half right, isn't he? One way or other, it was your fault he never came back.
I'm sorry, Diana, you're not laying that one on me.
It's true.
The state of your marriage had nothing to do with me. It was on the rocks long before we made love that night.
We did not make love.
Sorry, Diana. I understand you must have to convince yourself how it was, but what we did that night wasn't a crime. It was just two people, two friends, there for each other, comforting each other, enjoying each other.
you run in?
Yeah, through here. Dara and I, we were just talking.
Oh, I'll get it.
Oh, hi, Lee. Oh, hi, Jackie.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Dixon.
Oh, happy birthday, Leanne.
Hey, did you get some good presents?
Yeah, I got loads. I've got them all here. And I got that off my mum and dad.
Oh, very smart. Hey, you coming up?
Yeah, I just want to have a word with your mum first.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll be your man.
All right.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. I've been to clinic and they've given me a date.
When?
Next Wednesday.
All right.
Just want to get it all over and done with now.
Are you sure?
I am. I'm 16 now as well, and I've got every right to do what I want.
Fair enough.
I bought you these.
What are they for?
For all your help and for not telling me mum and dad. I don't know what I'd have done if they'd have found out. Thanks. There's no need to look so worried, you know. This time next week I won't be pregnant anymore, will I?
Can't I get you anything? Something to eat?
Do you mind if I have a sandwich?
No, maybe so.
Thanks, I'm starving.
Please, Diana, say something. It's really good you're here. Talking it through can only help.
How can you say I enjoyed it?
It's just how it seemed to me.
You're wrong. I never enjoyed any of it.
Can you say that? What about the kiss?
I should never have gone near you.
That's right, you shouldn't have done. You shouldn't have lied either.
Anna.
I'm not a liar.
No, we know that.
I'm not a liar. What you've done to me.
Where are you going?
Bathroom.
Can I come in?
No.
She in there?
No.
Why'd you walk away from me before?
Well, you had nothing to say that I wanted to hear.
I was just going to ask you about my son, that's all.
You're his father in name only.
And blood.
You don't have your whole blood running through the veins.
Yeah, but he has though, hasn't he?
He doesn't know that.
And he never will unless Fran decides to tell him. Terry, I don't want to be a full-time dad. Just want to see him.
I mean, you didn't want to know it, did you, when she was pregnant? You wanted her to get rid of it. What's the big turnaround in aid of?
I don't know. I can't explain it. There's just something in here. I can't help myself, Terry.
Well, I can't do nothing about that.
I can't go the rest of my life without seeing my son.
Why not? I am.
I know, yeah.
Why don't you just leave them in peace, eh?
Terry, I'm not asking for much. Just 5 minutes, that's all. I just want to touch him. I want to see his hands. His face.
I don't know.
Just 5 minutes.
It's up to Fran, isn't it?
Or will you talk to her for us? I mean, she'll listen to you, sir.
I'll try. See ya.
Well, this is a turn up for the books, isn't it?
Do you think she'll go soon?
Oh, I don't know. She's been up there ages. Do you think I should check on her?
Well, in a minute. I've got some news first. I've got a job.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nannying?
Yeah, with a really nice family. They're local as well.
When did you start?
Monday.
Great.
Only problem is it's not living in.
So you need somewhere to crash?
Yeah, for a while.
It's okay, you can stay here till the house gets sold. There's plenty of beds.
Thanks.
Diana? Diana? Oh, my God, Diana. Get an ambulance. Get an ambulance!
Cliff-hanging high drama there. Brookside will be back at the same time tomorrow. Still to come this afternoon on Living. We've got Judge Judy with a sacked nanny who was apparently rude to the kids. And then at 3:30, Ricky Lake's guests have secret lives they're going to confess to. A little bit later on, we will be giving you the chance to get your hands on one of 5 sets of fitness videos, and one lucky winner will also win a tele-video recorder. We'll tell you how you can get your hands on that very soon. Now, we've been talking today about stamps and who should appear on them, because apparently a guy from the Stamp Collecting Society says we should have gorgeous, young, sexy celebrities on them instead of the Queen to encourage kids to collect them. What do you think? Sarah Fox says, I used to collect stamps when I was younger, and I'm now 22, and if they were to put loads of hunky men on stamps, I think I'd start collecting them again, especially if Bruce Willis were to feature on them. Do you know, I couldn't agree more. And I don't know about you, Sarah, but recently
Yes! If you don't find a job soon, you're wearing that out, and our Tony will be on at you for wasting his batteries. If that's your can I borrow voice?
No, I just wanted to ask you.
I can't find that bill from the wholesalers anywhere.
Ask me what, and I hope it's a one-word answer, because I've got to be meeting a shop fitting rep down the shop soon.
Oh, of course, the florist, yes. Hey, Degsy, have you heard your sister's latest brainwave? She only wants to turn your old charity shop into a florist, doesn't she?
Yeah, she was telling me about it.
Yeah, a non-starter, that, isn't it? Mind you, what would I know? I mean, I'm only the experienced shopkeeper. But if you should ask me...
Don't you ever give up?
Merely trying to point out the first rule of commerce to a novice such as yourself, that's all. And hands up all those who'd like to know what that is. No? Well, I'll tell you anyway. Basics, dear. Stick to your necessities. Food, clothing. I mean, when was the last time you heard anybody say he couldn't get by without a bunch of daffs?
So where does your newsagents come into this? Because that's what you were going to do with the empty shop next door.
Oh, if I hadn't been pipped to the post by my nearest and dearest, you mean? Well, the newsagents was a perfect example, wasn't it? You see, customers would have been drawn to me basics first, and then attracted to their non-essential ferret fanciers weekly. But flowers...
Sorry, what were you saying, Jack?
Just my white top, but I remember putting it in the wash.
Oh, right. Derek, do something useful, will you?
Oh, yeah.
And if you're looking for your wholesaler's bill, I think I saw it on the dressing table.
Thank you very much.
Isn't that the second rule of commerce? Keeping your paperwork in order.
So, you really going to open the florist next to Dad?
Don't tell me you think it's a non-starter as well.
Me? No, I think it's a sound idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
So what is it you want? Are you all spent up?
No. I wasn't going to ask you for money. Look, can my aunt stay over tomorrow night? Oh, go on, Mum. That means she goes in for the abortion tomorrow.
Am I not making it sound so casual? I don't know, Jack.
Yeah, but she can't go into hers, can she? I mean, not when Mum and Dad don't know anything about it. And she's bound to feel rough after.
It's all right, he knows. Leanne's a problem.
Oh, wait, Mum.
Well, I had to talk to somebody. It hasn't been easy. You know it's against everything I believe in. And if I hadn't been so certain she's going to be so stupid, I would never have got involved.
So Leanne's still going ahead with it, eh?
Yeah, tomorrow.
She wants to stay at ours afterwards. But it's too risky with Ron.
Yeah, but then she'll have to risk going home feeling awful and her parents wanting to know why.
Jackie, I've done enough sneaking about behind your dad's back. I'm going to take her to the clinic and Lynn's going to pick her up and take her home.
Yeah, but Mum...
The chances are she'll just feel a bit groggy after the anaesthetic and she can cover that up at home.
Yeah, and I mean, she'd still have to hide her feelings even if she came here. I mean, what would your dad being about? I take it Tony and Mike don't know.
Oh, well, it's not something you tell your children. You're helping a 16-year-old who's pregnant and in this position, and her parents don't even know.
Yeah, but she's done it anyway.
Yes, but it's how she would have done it that's worried me.
Well, then.
All right, I'm coming, hang on.
I wasn't sure if I'd be welcome or not.
Oh, great, you're early.
Well, you know what they say, start as you mean to go on. Oh, you made me jump.
My apologies. We wouldn't want to frighten off such an attractive addition to the office on her first day, would we? I expect you got a few butterflies, eh?
Right, well, I'd better show you the ropes. Your desk.
I hope I can cope.
Oh, you're cope admirably, I'm sure. Bright young person like yourself would grace any office.
Dad offered to help with a few odd jobs around the office, but there's nothing that can't wait, Dad. Especially if you think Mum might be needing you.
She needs me getting under her feet like a hole in the head, I should think. Anyway, we can't have our Margaret working in anything less than perfect conditions, can we? Now, let me see. Better get my other screwdriver.
Don't mind Dad, he just goes a bit OTT with the charm factor sometimes. Bit of a flirt.
Oh, I think he's lovely. It's a pity more fellas can't be as charming as that.
Farnham Clark Associates?
Good morning, Farnham Clark Associates. I'm sorry, Karen Clark's not here at the moment. Can I take a message? Mr. Simpson. OK, can she ring you back?
Oh, moaning flower.
Don't you start.
What have I said now?
Well, if you don't mind, Jim, anything floral is just a little bit of a sore subject at the moment.
Oh, why was that?
Well, I was all for extending into next door as a news agent.
Sounds a good idea.
Yeah, but Dee Dee has got it as a florist, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, florist can be a goer, can't he?
Never. Now, I'll just wait until she falls flat on her fuchsias, then I'll step in and take it off her hands.
Aye, aye. Love's young dream, eh?
Yeah. Soon be over when they're married, though, eh?
Yeah. Whenever that might be. Might as well enjoy the unmarital bliss while they can.
They'll have to be sharp, though, won't they? You know, the wedding date's set for less than a month. I am right, aren't I? The wedding is about a month off.
Oh, yeah, must be that. Couldn't remember offhand what date the invite was for.
A couple of days after Valentine's Day, innit? Would have thought that was a hard one to forget, Jim.
Yeah, of course. Don't know how it could have slipped my mind.
We should go, you know. You need to get some rest.
Thanks. It's just, I'd feel happier if I saw her awake before we left.
But the doctor said she'd been sedated. She could sleep for hours. They said she'll be all right.
All right?
Oh, look, you know, I didn't mean... I know how unhappy, desperate somebody has to be before they try to kill themselves. Just meant she's out of danger now.
When the doctor asked me why she might have done it, I felt like I was on trial all over again.
But you told him you didn't rape Diana. The court proved that. He did believe you, didn't he?
He seemed to. So why do I feel so bloody responsible?
Because you're the sort of person who cares. I mean, even about someone who tried to wreck your life by accusing you of something you didn't do. But But you mustn't start to blame yourself.
I know I didn't rape her. And all the people that really matter believe I didn't. But I can't walk away from it until Diana believes I didn't.
And if you never hear her say that? She will be all right. There's nothing more that you can do.
I can see her. I can talk to her. I just have to, that's all.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, sorry.
And Mr. Graham, he says he hasn't got the proposed copy for the leaflet she promised him.
Graham. Oh, damn. Cara must have forgotten to send it before she went down to London. I wonder where...
No! Gets me every time. I only rescued Princess Daisy this morning. Got up to 128,000, but one life left. So near yet so far, eh? Yeah, well, I better get down the job centre. See ya. See you later, then.
Bye. I'm sorry. He just popped in to wish me good luck for my first day. He's at a bit of a loose end, really. Nothing's come up job-wise since the Romania trip fell through.
Well, speaking purely selfishly, I'm glad it did. Otherwise, he'd have whisked you off to do good works, and I wouldn't have had the benefit of you.
As long as you didn't mind him just popping in.
Nah, not at all. As long as he doesn't make a habit of it, you know. It just wouldn't look too good if a client called or...
Yeah, I understand, honestly.
Ah. Oh, dear, this really should go round to Sam Graham's office today, and I've got a client calling round later.
Anything I can do in my capacity as handyman and general dog's buddy?
Oh, if you could, Dad, it'd be a real help if you'd take my car and drive it round to his office.
That's the sort of thing I should be doing, really. Except I can't drive. Could get a bike, I suppose.
Well, you're welcome to a ride on my crossbar anytime. I used to love cycling myself.
Thanks. I still feel a bit useless, though, not being able to drive.
Oh, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Hey, Patricia, now that's something really useful I could do for you. I could teach Margaret to drive.
Hey, could you?
No. I mean, oh, no, Dad, I couldn't ask you to do that.
Why not? It would be a privilege and a pleasure. Couldn't have a more attractive pupil now, could I?
But the thing is, I was thinking of offering to teach Margaret myself.
Nonsense. A busy executive spending her time on that when you've got a retired man around kicking his heels? Unless, of course, Margaret has got any objection to my teaching her.
Objections? You're kidding, aren't you? When can we start?
Soon as you like.
Brilliant.
Oh. Whoever said talk's cheap hadn't met us too, had he?
How do you mean?
We haven't been in touch since last week. I thought we'd have something to say. I thought everything was okay between us.
Yeah, well, that was my fault, wasn't it? After last week and us getting together and that, I felt that I needed a bit more time to think about things.
And have you?
I've thought about nothing else.
I'd understand, you know. Barry's ex-girlfriend, Barry's kid. Bit of a second-hand package, aren't we?
No. Oh, well. Thought had crossed my mind, but I don't want Barry's shadow spoiling anything that we might have going between us. I know how I want it to be. It's just whether you'll see it that way.
If you mean you'd rather go back to being just good friends, well, I can handle that. I mean it. You're a good mate.
But, well, I want it to be more than that.
Me too. You're supposed to look happy about it.
I am. I can't make any promises. I don't know how I'm going to feel next month, next year. It's just, it feels right now.
We both know about promises, Terry, and having them kicked from under us. I don't want to rush it and risk spoiling a good thing either.
I feel I should be saying, oh, I don't know, that we'll live happily ever after.
Let's just see.
All right, Sin.
All right, Tim. All sorted.
Hi, Faye.
Yeah, I booked it for first thing on the wedding morning. I mean, you need yours doing as well.
I don't know whether to go for the full pay or just get the highlights touched up, what do you reckon?
It's a busy time, eh? Wedding arrangements, all that.
No, you're not kidding. Hey, I saw Ellis and he wants to know, are we having a joint reception as well as the double wedding?
Double wedding? Nice touch, that.
Well, I didn't like to ask Marianne if it's supposed to be double reception as well. I mean, her dad's paying for the do for her and Ellis.
I suppose most of the guests will be theirs as well, won't they? We've only got your mum and your brothers.
Yeah, I suppose we'd have to pay something towards the reception, though. Or we could just take Arla out for a pub meal, what do you think?
Decisions, eh? I don't know. Up to your necks in the old nuptial planning. Thought that'd be why my invite hadn't dropped through the door as yet.
Well...
What's the joke?
Nothing. Except...
Well, the thing is, well, we sort of forgot about you, you know.
Forgot?
Well, when I say forgot, I don't mean, you know, we forgot. I mean...
Yeah, well... well, me working nights at the club and you two busy all day and run off your feet, you know, and up to your eyes with the old wedding plans. Probably thought you told me about it, eh?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is,
Hey, busy mates means never having to say you're sorry. All right? You'd have looked a right divvy, though, wouldn't you? Eh? Turning up at the registry office.
Oh, well, with it being a double wedding...
Yeah, well, we thought we'd have the full church doing that, you know.
Church do, nice one. That would have been even worse then, wouldn't it? Turning up at the church without your best man.
Look.
Anyway, now that I'm on the job, you don't have to worry about your itches. Relax. Trust me, no messing. I promise you. You and me, we go back, don't we? So don't you go worrying about a thing. Because I am going to be the best man you've ever had. I've got loads of experience.
Nice one. What I liked was the honest and direct way you told him you'd already asked Teddy to be your best man.
Diana? Diana, please. They said you were okay, but...
You couldn't even let me die, could you?
No, of course I couldn't. You mustn't want to, either.
Why not? Okay. Rod doesn't. Soon he won't even be married anymore.
Your father would care for one.
Yeah. But even he'd be better off not having to live with the shame of me.
There is no shame.
Not for you. When they said in court that you were innocent, they meant that I was guilty, didn't they?
No. You just... We just believe different things about what happened between us. If we'd just been able to talk about it.
I knew what happened to me. I knew that nothing can ever change it. Not ever.
Perhaps when you're feeling better, we can talk. Without the lawyers and the legal crap that took us over. We might both get to understand what did happen that night. We might even get to be friends again.
Go away, Peter.
No. You've got to know. You've got to believe that I do care what happens to you.
Please go away. If you really do want to do something for me, leave me alone. All I want is to never have to see you again. Not ever.
All right, you.
Great. Hey, and you're just the very groom I wanted to see and all.
Listen, about this best man
Hey,
thing.
listen, no sweat, Sin. I've already started getting it sewn up, haven't I? Well, off the peg, actually. Didn't I tell you could rely on me for all this busy man business, eh?
But you haven't bought that just for being best man already, have you?
As soon as I saw you, the savvy, yeah. Gave a mate a bell, and he only comes up at the half price. And stitched the Pell's job.
Oh, well, if you got it cheap.
Cheap? Yeah, yourself, brother. It's 300 quid, this, and that was only half price. But it's worth it, innit? Hey, listen, I'm happy for you, aren't I? And I'm proud and all. Proud to be your best man, know what I mean? You and me, go back years, don't we?
Yeah, but I mean, you shouldn't have come.
Hey, think nothing of it, mate. Behave, will ya? Listen, better go and get this hung up. At this price, I think I'll ask Barry if I can keep it in the safe.
I think that's how I must be marrying you. The way you have of saying what has to be said.
Oh, hang on, come off it, Mars. I can't say nothing to him now, can I? Just spent 300 quid on a suit. You saw how made up he was.
Yeah, well, I can see my wedding day turn into a farce if you turn up with 2 best men. You're gonna have to sort it out.
I know. Just have to tell Terry. He'll understand, won't he?
Allow me, madame.
Thanks. Don't you go burning too much of the midnight oil, will you?
No, I just want to check these market research figures.
Margaret, thanks. It was a really good first day. You've been a big help.
I hope that applies to me, too.
Of course it does. Thanks, Dad.
You walking my way, young lady, I should be more than happy to escort you.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we'd walk together. I won't be long. And anyway, Margaret's meeting Derek, aren't you?
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot. I better hurry up. I'll be late.
Don't forget your L plates. They'll probably sell them over at the petrol station.
I'll get them tomorrow.
Dad, I'm not so sure it's such a good idea you're teaching Margaret to drive.
Why not? I mean, you won't find anyone more reliable. She couldn't be in safer hands.
But shouldn't you be spending some time with Mum at the moment? Things haven't exactly been brilliant between you since you got back.
Your mother and I are fine.
Apart from your obvious reluctance to go back to Spain.
Between you and me, Patricia, I don't think your mother really wants to go back now. I mean, she's been busy re-establishing her roots here. And besides, how could she even contemplate going back without me?
I always had a feeling that Spain wouldn't be forever.
Because it does mean that we'll have to impose ourselves on you and Max for a bit longer. Can't afford to buy here until we sell over there, you see.
Yeah, well, of course, you're welcome to stay with us, but...
I knew you wouldn't mind. Oh, and I did wonder whether Max might be able to help with the sale of the Spanish flat.
Oh, yes, of course, I'll ask him, and I'm sure he'll do what he can to help, but... Oh, let's face it, Dad. The real problem is why you and Mum fell out in Spain in the first place. What gave her the idea that you were messing about with the Spanish cleaner?
My dear girl, far be it from me to accuse your mother of exaggeration, but really, I ought to feel insulted. Charm's my stock in trade. I can't help it. You know what I'm like.
Do I?
Well, I think I'm just being friendly. Your mother thinks I'm flirty. But I do love her, Patricia. I'm far too much of it to hurt her. Believe me.
So there's never been anything serious, no one special.
And after I've just told you how special she is to me. Hey, this Casanova theory your mother's concocted. That's not the reason you're worried about me teaching Margaret to drive, is it?
No. No, of course it isn't.
Good.
Sure you won't stay for something to eat?
No, I better start the trek back to Birkenhead. It'll be late enough getting Stephen bathed and fed as it is. He could do with changing, but he'll be bad-tempered all the way home if I disturb him now. Not a care in the world, eh?
Look, you're not going to like this, but I said I'd ask. It's Barry. He wants to see the baby.
And you said you'd ask me that? When you know I don't want him anywhere near Stephen. Why didn't you just tell him no?
He doesn't want to start seeing him. It's just the once. He just wants to look at him, that's all.
I thought you understood. I can't believe you'd even think of being Barry's messenger, not over this.
Well, I told him, didn't I? I told him he'd had no right to even ask.
So why are you asking me as if you want me to let him?
Because he only wants to see him for 5 minutes, that's all.
And you believed him?
Yeah, I did. Don't ask me why, but I did. Well, I've never seen him like that before. It's like he won't rest till he sets eyes on him. And that's all it'll take. Give him his 5 minutes and he'll leave us alone.
No way.
Look, you know what Barry's like. If you deny him access to Stephen, then that'll make him even more determined to see him. Just give him his lousy 5 minutes and then that'll get him off our backs for good.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come here. Look at me. Do you think I don't care about him? Do you think I don't care about you? I wouldn't ask you to be doing this if I thought he was going to do more than just look at him.
Only if it was here. I don't want him coming anywhere near Birkenhead. And you'd be here, wouldn't you?
With me stopwatch. Oh, let's get it over and done with, eh? I tell you what, come here tomorrow and we'll give him his 5 minutes. I mean, what I'm gonna do, eh?
And there'll be more from Brookside on Monday at 1:30 right here on Living. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a bit like a big fat pig. I've eaten so much chocolate, so much Christmas cake, and goodness knows what. It's all still in the fridge, actually. And if you're feeling unfit, perhaps now is the time to go to that gym or watch a video. We've got 5 fitness videos to give away, and for one lucky winner, a televideo recorder to play them in as well. And I'll be telling you how you can enter that competition in just a few moments after the short break, so please stay with me for that. But today we've been talking about the newspaper stories. One of them is Chris Evans and Billy Piper have got it together. It's all over the papers. And we said, what do you think? Well, Alistair Kerr says, why don't you just leave Chris Evans and Billy alone? They are a couple who are simply having a laugh in the sun. It's not much of a big...
I don't think anyone's ever told my husband about an elegant sufficiency.
I don't know, Jean, dear. I think you've mentioned it a couple of thousand times over the last 30-odd years.
Thomas will be down in a minute. We're not late, are we?
No, you're all right. I'm early. Got loads of time before we have to be at play school. I just came round to show you I've got these.
Oh, excellent. Now we're on the road in no time.
Dad's offered to teach Margaret to drive, Mum.
Good idea.
Something tells me you're going to be a very quick learner, young lady. Especially given the benefit of my enormous experience, eh?
Is this a good idea?
Hmm? Oh, I think he could manage it.
Patricia's still worried about my competence as an instructor. Look, it's just plain silly for Margaret to be paying the ridiculous amounts driving the schools charge when I'm happy to teach her for nothing. Don't you think so, Jean?
Well, since you've nothing better to do.
In fact, if you've got some spare time now, we could master some of the rudiments.
Can we? You can't. Margaret hasn't even got a driving licence or anything. Have you?
Oh, I was going to get the farm today to send off for my provisional.
Well, we don't actually have to drive. You know, I could just show you the basics of the gears and the instruments. Can we sit in your car, Patricia?
No. I mean, the thing is, I need it to go to the office so that I can just go straight to an appointment later.
Oh, never mind. We'll use Max's.
Well, hasn't he gone to work, innit?
No, he's at the shops and the petrol station today. But he did say he wouldn't be long, so he'll need his car when he gets back to go to the office.
Oh, no problem. Come on, then. I'll just get my coat. Oh, and we'll need Max's keys, love.
Oh, it's good of him to offer to do this, isn't it?
I suppose he is just trying to be helpful.
Well, he can be when he chooses.
Yeah, of course he can. He knows how useful it would be to me if Margaret could drive.
Quite.
Morning.
All right, love. You all right?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, smashing, thanks.
Nice day for it.
My dad hasn't left for work yet.
Oh. Well, what if he sees me?
Why aren't you at school? Because I want to come with you when you take Leanne to the clinic.
But Dee Dee's taking her. I'm just checking what time she'll need picking up. And anyway, love, that clinic's no place for you.
Well, yeah, but she's my best mate. And she's dead scared about having the abortion. Well, she might feel better if I was there.
All right, Lynn. Didn't know you were coming round.
Oh, I wasn't. Just calling to see Dee Dee. See if she fancied a look around the shops later on.
Well, looks like I'm the only one working today, eh? You on the spend now, Katie off school.
Remember I told you about the free study time we got for the project?
Of course, yeah, the history thing.
Well, English you said, didn't you?
Oh, what am I like, eh? My memory? English, that's right.
Aren't you going to be late for work, Dad?
I'm waiting for that. Can't go without my cuppa, can I? Have you got time for the quick print before I get off?
Well, I just want to see Dee Dee, see if we can fix up some shopping for later on. Come back and see you off.
Yeah, and I just want to ask Jackie something.
Morning, girls.
Hiya.
Morning. Hello. Just about to leave for the clinic.
I'll come with you.
I told her she shouldn't.
Please let her come. I feel better.
What happens if your dad sees you? Oh, well, I think I can keep him busy till you get off. And I'll be there to pick you up this afternoon, all right? If you're sure you still want to go through with this.
No choice, have I?
Right, better be off then. OK, well, I'll tell your dad you're still chatting to Jackie. Just mind he doesn't see you leave the way, or I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do.
I wouldn't say no to a cup of coffee.
Hey, I was just going to nip down to Don Dico's to get some sugar. Do you want anything while I'm there?
Yeah, I might not have enough disposables. Depends what time I set off back to Birkenhead.
Would you have to, all this coming and going? I mean, well, his cough fits in the bedroom, doesn't it?
You mean move in?
Well, we managed at Christmas, didn't we?
I don't want you thinking you've got to ask. I mean, we can just see how it goes.
If that's the way you want to play, I mean, it just saves all this running backwards and forwards, doesn't it, from Birkenhead? But only move in if you want to.
What do you think? All those in favour? Ta-da! You better stock up on nappies then.
Great. Well, what about next week then, eh? Well, will that give you enough time to sort everything out with the landlord?
God, you're keen. Yeah, no problem at all.
Look, well, what about Barry, eh? Well, what if he has to see the baby again? What shall I say to him?
I don't know what to do.
Say yeah. Let him satisfy his curiosity, and then he'll leave us alone.
All right, but he's asked for 5 minutes, and that is all he's getting, tell him.
Great. Right, £2 of sugar and 2 ton of disposable nappies, eh? That's a long time since we've done this, isn't it?
Yeah, not kidding. Seems like about 3 lifetimes ago. You're lucky to get me today, actually. It's usually my day for the Chester salon. Spend half my life commuting these days.
Oh, you're open early.
A request for a rush job must be someone special he's trying to impress.
So, have you any news for me, Teddy?
What about?
Hello?
Have you spoken to Fran?
Next Friday, I'll just check the appointments.
Yeah, she's upstairs now. She said you can see him for 5 minutes. And when she says 5 minutes, she means 5 minutes, all right?
Yeah, well, that's all I want, sir.
Oh, well, see you tonight, 7:30. Don't be late.
Right, so 10:30 next Friday. Bye. He seems a lot happier these days.
Yeah, and what about you? This Brian fella still treating you right, is he?
He hasn't been around much lately, for business or pleasure.
Doesn't seem to have bothered you too much. I thought you'd wanted to settle down by now, Trace. You know, house, kids and that.
What you mean, happy families like the Royals? Now I'm alright as I am. Who needs them? Men or kids?
Right, how much do I owe you then?
£5.
A £5? It's a bit expensive, isn't it? I thought we could sort something out for old time's sake.
Don't know each other anything, do we?
No. Not a thing.
On the house, then.
Can't say.
So why are you meeting someone special?
I don't know. I haven't even seen him yet. Hello.
Hiya. You know I'll be leaving earlier, don't you?
Nanny, when you just got here?
I'm visiting Diana in hospital, remember? Oh, I can't believe she tried to run away with herself. And all over what that Peter Harrison did to her. Poor girl. Still, she seemed a bit brighter last night. Oh, did I tell you? Dee Dee Dixon's opening a florist next door to Ron's.
And I hardly slept for the excitement, Nan.
Well, it'll be just the job from here, won't it? I mean, she's bound to do you a special deal, you know, putting fresh flowers in the shop every week. Have a touch of class.
We've got you for that, Nan.
Never have too much of a good thing, though, can you?
I'll be all right now. It's just through here. Are you sure you don't want us to come in with you?
Look, if you've changed your mind, decided you don't want to go through with it, you only have to say, Leanne.
I've no choice, have I? I've told you my dad would kill me for you.
But your dad might take it better than you think. After all, you're not the first girl your dad's known who's got into trouble.
No, but it'd be the last as far as my dad's concerned. You don't know what he's like.
Look, all right. I've got to say this once again. They don't call it a termination for nothing. That's what you'll be doing, putting an end to a life.
I'm 16, Mrs. Dixon. Put an end to mine.
All right. Now, don't worry. Casey and Lynn will come and pick you up and make sure you get home all right. I'm sorry you can't stay the night at ours tonight, but I'm doing all this behind Mr. Dixon's back. Oh, if anybody had told me I'd be doing this.
Mrs. Dixon? Go ahead.
don't think you need worry. I'm sure he'll teach her properly.
You're not worried, then, about him being so keen to spend time with Margaret?
Good heavens, no.
But I don't understand. You were the one who threw him out in Spain for flirting.
Because I thought he'd take it further than that.
Like he did once upon a time with my nanny, you mean?
Oh, dear, I'm beginning to wish I hadn't told you. The affair with Sandra was years ago.
Maybe I am being a bit hypersensitive.
Just a little. That business with the Spanish cleaner, well, just brought it all back. Throwing him out in Spain taught him a lesson he won't forget in a hurry.
You really think so?
I know so. Your father may not be able to help himself when it comes to charm, but even he's not fool enough to risk his arm with a 19-year-old.
My God, what's he doing? He said they were just going to sit in it. Margaret's got no licence.
I'm sure he's just showing her how to turn on the engine.
Well, I hope so. The car's not insured for her to drive.
Hiya.
Hello.
All right, Frank.
All right, mate. Not long till a big day now, eh? Managed to meet an honest man in a few weeks.
Yeah, can't come soon enough for me.
Oh, it'll fly past. Have you made all the arrangements?
Yeah, well, I've got one problem. See, I asked Terry to be the best man, and then Jimmy jumped in and sort of asked himself.
Well, last thing first, though. You'll have to bin Jimmy off.
Yeah, I was going to, and he's gone and bought himself a £300 suit.
What? Have to sack Terry, then.
I know, it's just that I feel dead rotten, you know, after asking him first and that.
Going to sell him soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sooner the better, eh?
Yeah.
Right, I better be getting to work.
Ta-ra now. See ya.
See you, mate. Great start to the day seeing you, anyway. Listen, I know it's not one of your regular nights we're calling around, but any chance of a bit of tea and telly tonight?
Well, don't suppose my mum will mind doing the kids' tea? Yeah, OK.
Great. See you tonight, then.
OK.
It'll be all right. It's the end of the close, just to get the feel. That's right. First gear, let the clutch out slowly. That's right. Bottom gear, let the clutch out gently. There we go, that's good.
Oh. Awful sorry. I think that might have been my fault.
Oh, no, I'm really sorry, Mr. Rogers. I think it was my fault.
Let's not be too hasty. I mean, the fault does lie with the vehicle reversing into the road.
Does it? I'm really sorry. It's the first time I've driven, you see, and, well, I know I probably shouldn't have done, but we thought it'd be OK just at the end of the close.
That right, then? So, you're not insured to drive Max's car?
Well, no, but we didn't think it'd matter just to the end of the road.
Just as well as no serious damage, then.
I wouldn't say that.
Could have a job replacing that, you know, Frank.
Might cost a few bob as well. Collector's items, these cars. But I shouldn't think Max is want to notify his insurance company. Then again, I don't suppose he might cough up himself. Under the circumstances.
Splashed out a bit on this, haven't you?
Yeah, well, best man's got to look the part anyway. I've got the money.
I hope Sinbad appreciates it. Hang on. Be glad when the days start getting longer.
There's a lot to be said for long nights.
Do you hear something out in the passage?
No? Oh, don't worry. It's too early for it to be Barry.
I just sort this lot out for you.
I saw the lights were still on.
Not for much longer. I've been run off my feet.
I was wondering if you'd been to see Diana in hospital yet.
Me nan went in today. I'm going in this evening. She said physically she's okay. She's just very low.
Yeah. I got the feeling her biggest regret was that slashing her wrists hadn't worked.
It must have shaken you up by doing it round at yours.
I suppose she thought I deserved it. I know I didn't rape her, but I do feel responsible.
Well, if you ask me, there's quite a few people responsible. I mean, she did go into that bedroom with you, and our Rod's not exactly blameless, is he? Putting in for a divorce and that.
I still feel that I should try and help her, but she says she never wants to see me again.
Well, that's probably best. Try and put it behind you both.
So I can stop being a recluse, you mean?
What?
I've been staying indoors all the time recently. This is my effort at getting back into society.
Oh, listen, if you'd been born a corker, you'd be used to people gossiping about you. Face them, they'll forget it.
Mass loads of the dryer, Tracy, love. You? You've got a nerve coming in here.
Nan.
I was just going.
And you can stay out. And you can stay away from our Diana as well. If I as much as hear that you've been anywhere near that girl...
For God's sake, Nan.
God's got nothing at all to do with it. You're cursed, you are. You're cursed forever for what you did to a lovely girl like Diana.
Don't worry, it'll be all right. All right, well, come on, hurry up, get in, otherwise you'll waste your 5 minutes.
This all right with you, is it? I thought he'd be smaller than that.
Well, the clinic says he's the right size for his age, don't he, Fran?
Yeah, he's, well, I thought he'd be all wrinkly and all that, you know, but... Proper little fella, isn't he? Is he strong enough?
Don't.
Sorry. Well, he seems happy enough. Does he sleep right through at night?
He's pretty good all round.
He likes his food.
He's not a bad eater.
They say he can make colours out at his age, don't he?
Yeah, well, sometimes we jangle that in front of him.
Works, does it?
Yeah, sometimes.
He pulled a face then. Does he get colic?
You what?
I was used to hear my mum going on about it, you know. Our Claire had it. Must run on families. Sooner or while of it, though. Our Claire's 8 now, isn't she?
Soon goes, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Margaret, that's great. Means I can get these delivered to the clients first thing.
Will you want me in the office tomorrow after I've dropped Thomas off at Play School?
Oh, please, there's a mountain of stuff to get through.
OK. You will tell Max I'm sorry about his car, won't you?
He needn't know. There's no real damage. It's just a slight scratch.
Apart that is from the damage to Frank Rogers' car.
Oh, it won't be worth Roger's while asking for the piffling amount that rear light will cost. You mark my words.
Well, if he does, I'll pay for it.
I don't see why you should, especially when it's not your fault.
Making your favourite here, Patsy. Shepherd's pie. Used to call her Patsy when she was a little girl.
Right, well, I think I'll go off and start running Thomas's bath.
No. I'll do that. You relax. Enjoy being at home for a change.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, night, Margaret.
Night, Margaret, dear.
Did you post off that form for your provisional licence?
No, I didn't think there'd be any more lessons after today.
You're going to let a minor prank like that put us off. Look, as soon as you're official, we'll start again in earnest, all right? OK.
Surely he can't mean to go on with this driving lessons thing. Not after this morning's fiasco.
You don't know your father.
I thought I did.
Oh, maybe I should have left you with your hero intact. I mean, it's bad enough you and Max just having us to stay.
Nonsense. I did talk to Max, by the way. He's willing to take on the sale of your Spanish apartment, if that is what you want.
I really don't think it's a good idea for us to go back to Spain to live. I've decided that your father's propensity to wander is easier to curb in a cold climate. And he had his interests and hobbies here to keep his hands busy.
Well, if you really do want to come back and live here. Max did say, though, that he didn't think you'd get the 60,000 that you paid for the Spanish apartment.
Be that as it may, it will at least release our capital so that we can buy here again in England.
Yeah, but not enough to buy us up market as you were used to when you lived here before, Mum.
Well, we must cut our cloth. It's a small price to pay for me to have peace of mind where your father's concerned. Maybe Max could help us find somewhere new to live. He must be sick of having us here.
Max? He loves having you here.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I didn't know what else to do. She seemed fine when we left the clinic. And halfway home in the taxi, she went white as a sheet.
We couldn't take her to Wales, Mrs. Dixon. Our Mum and Dad would know something was wrong.
I know you're worried about Ron finding out, but, well, I hadn't the heart to just dump her at the end of a road. And I'm afraid ours is a full house.
Don't worry about Ron. I'll think of something to say to him. You go upstairs and get into our Jackie's bed. Will you help her, Katie? I'll be up in a minute.
Thanks, Mrs. Dixon.
Oh, come on. She looks terrible.
I think it's the anaesthetic that's knocked her for 6. She just needs to sleep it off.
I'll have to get her to ring her mum and dad and tell her she's stopping over at ours. Do you think she's well enough to speak to them?
Well, if it means not having to face her parents and explain the state she's in, yeah.
Be all right. She'll be bunked up with our Jackie.
I wonder how often this happens, eh? Kid leaves home in the morning to go to school, walks back in again at tea time, having had something as terrible as an abortion happen to her, without her parents ever knowing.
I can't believe I'm a part of all this.
Well, we had no choice. The girl was ready to kill herself.
Yeah, but was she? We hardly know anything about her.
We couldn't take that risk.
No, we couldn't. But if Ron ever found out, I'd have a job explaining it to him.
Oh, Frank, hi.
Hi, Dee. Thought it was you I saw when I was parking the car.
Oh, Katie's upstairs.
With Jackie.
You're chatting.
I was just making sure you come back to ours for your tea.
Yeah. Just come in now.
So, you two spend up, did you?
No, we didn't see anything we liked, did we, Dee? Round the shops.
Oh, no, we just
sat and drank coffee and that.
Well, as long as you enjoyed yourselves. Right, I'll go and get the chip pan on the go. See you, Dee.
See ya.
OK, I'll get Katie. Oh, I hate lying to him.
Oh, I know what you mean. Len, you are sure we've done the right thing?
Well, as sure as I can be. Anyway, it's over and done with now. It looks like she got away with it.
I can't think who that'd be this time of night. Oh, all right, Sinbad, what can I do for you?
Listen, I'm sorry about this. I just wanted to... Oh, hang on, you busy? I can come back anyway.
No, you're all right. Here's my capacity as best man. There's something I've got to show you.
Well, it's that I came to see you about, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, I've already been busy in that department, haven't I, Fran?
What? Yeah.
Hang on a minute, I've something to show you.
All right. Oh, lovely little thing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Is it your little boy, then, yeah?
Yeah.
You're dead lucky having a little bonny kid like him, is he, Barry?
Yeah. Yeah, Sinbad, what do you think about that? Oh, my gob dropped as well when she told me the price.
Cost a bomb, did it?
Yeah, well, I've got to look the part, haven't I? I'm the best man. What's the matter? Don't you like it?
No, it's not that. It's great. It's just, well, wish you hadn't spent so much, you know.
Better watch out, Sinbad. The best man's going to be looking better than the groom.
And mind you don't go creasing it, Terry. Let me hang it back up for you.
So, now you know I'm all kitted out. What else can I do for you?
Nothing. No, it's just that... Well, I just wanted to make sure you were all right with the date and that, you know. I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. I don't want you to feel put on, you know.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not going to double book myself, am I?
No. It's just that, well, you know, I wouldn't be upset if you did have something else, you know.
It's all right. If you rely on me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh. You must be nervous. Must think I'm going to forget about his wedding. Look, we did say 5 minutes, didn't we?
Right, well, I'm on my way then. And, look, I know things are dear, and if he ever needs anything...
No, not from you, not ever.
Look, I only meant, you know, don't let him go short of anything when he only needs to ask.
Nothing's changed, Barry. He's survived up till now without you seeing him. And I'll make sure he survives the rest of his life without even knowing you exist.
Anyway, thanks very much for letting me see him.
Come on. At least that's over and done with.
Barry Grant. He does it for me, you know. He does. Anyway, Brookside is back tomorrow at 1:30.
Coming up this afternoon, Judge Judy's at 3 o'clock. Ricky Lake is back at 3:30 with a lie detector for love cheats.
Now, today we've been talking about a couple of newspaper stories. One is about people getting angry. We want to know what makes you angry. Please phone us or email us. But the other story is about the morning after pill being given to teenagers in schools. And we've had a couple of phone calls about that. Susan Shaw says, I feel that the distribution of the morning after pill in schools is a very good idea, as long as it's administered properly. Doctors need to be consulted on all cases. I think that it will help decrease the growing rates of teenage pregnancies.
That's a fair point.
I think it's a fair point. But Claire